Hey everybody, Jonathan here again. Today I just want to kind of take a few minutes and talk about number one, some new tires I got, and number two, kind of my two-wheel setup. So, I've really kind of give you a little background on me. I think I've talked about some in previous videos. I have the gravel bike, love the Revolt, but I really wanted to kind of have one bike to do it all. Kind of road work, basic mountain bike stuff, gravel of course, and kind of all that. I'm not a heavy mountain biker, so all I really wanted was something for kind of basic, easier trails, and this does an amazing job of that with the right tires. These are some road tires. I just got these probably a couple months ago, probably a couple hundred miles on them now. That's kind of getting spring and getting out. So I want to talk about these tires, my second set of wheels, and kind of talk about how the experience is, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay, so here what I have is the Schwalbe, I believe that's the way to pronounce them, Schwalbe Pro 1. These are 32Cs. So these are kind of my road tires. They're very much, in a way, if you look at them, especially with some of the texture, like you can kind of see, I think you can see that right there. Yeah, even has like something that looks very much like the Conti GP5000s, like I had on my previous road bike. I am really more of a road cyclist. I love kind of getting off and kind of getting out and about in some gravel and some light mountain bike. But I was really kind of honest with myself, and I was like, well, I love the bike, but I spend most of my time on road, so why kill myself with larger tires that aren't going to go as fast, a little more resistance, aren't as comfortable, and well, more comfortable in some ways, but I wanted to kind of get some road tires. So that's what these are. These are strictly road tires, again, 32C. I went the bigger size, kind of make it as comfortable as I could. I really like them so far. It really makes it a road bike. It is amazing. Of course, this is the ADEX 32 tubeless, of course. I'm a tubeless guy. Not had any problems with that. The setup is a little rough. It's what you expect from a tighter road tube compared to like the Gravel Kings I've talked about in the past. So here's the Gravel Kings I have on my second wheel set, 43Cs. And of course, these were super easy to set up just because they're so big. We'll talk more about them, another set of wheels here in a minute. So overall road handling, it feels amazing. I was a little concerned that the 32C would be uncomfortable because it is a smaller tire size, but believe it or not, it's actually really comfortable. I don't really have any issues with it. I can't tell a huge difference between it and the 43s. I've gone back and forth a couple of times now, and you can tell the Gravel Kings, they're larger tires. They're going to have a little more, of course, cushion because they are just have more volume. But these have enough volume, and I keep them around 50 or so PSI. I can go up to 65. Of course, I left them with the carbon Giant rims, which I believe are the CXR2s that came with the bike, and I think the max pressure on those is 65. Yeah, I think the max pressure on the tires is 70 or 75, so I keep it about 50, somewhere around there. That works great for me. It corners like a road bike, it handles like a road bike. I've actually set some new personal records on some of my road courses that I set previously on my road bike years ago. Speed isn't everything, but let's be honest, it is kind of nice to get out and have some days where you just want to go slow. And these are comfortable, and they've got good grip. Corners great. Corners like a road tire again. Then you have your days when you want to just go fast and have fun, and these will do that. And these have had, I think I've had 30 new PRs on Strava since I got these last month. I've got 200 miles on them now. You can see a little bit, obviously, but I've not had any flats. I haven't noticed any sealant leak outs or anything. Really good, very comfortable tires. So what I did, I left the original carbon CXR2s that came with the bike on here with the road bike. So I thought that made more sense going for speed and light, and to add a little extra cushion with the carbon versus the smaller tire size. So the other set of tires I got were DT Swiss C1800s spline. These are actually cyclocross tires, but they actually worked great. I picked them up used at my local local bike shop not too long ago. The Gravel Kings fit on them great. I don't have any issues with that. They set up really easy. They came tubeless ready. I bought them used, I believe. When you buy them new, they come tubeless ready. Of course, everything sold out, so I ended up going with SRAM rotors. I was hoping to get some more Shimano, but the SRAM worked just fine. I had any issues with those once you do a good break-in period, and a SRAM 11 to 36 cassette. Instead of the 11 to 34 that comes on the standard Revolt, I went with an 11 by 36. And it actually works out amazingly well. Not had any issues shifting. It goes into 38 just wonderfully. No problem at all. Shifts perfectly once it's up there. No issues with dropping out or anything like that. And luckily, from one wheel set to the next, the brakes work perfectly. They're aligned wonderfully. And the cassette works out perfectly. No issues there. So overall, I love the two-wheel setup so far. It gives me kind of the best of both worlds. All right, for a wrap up, so far I love the two-wheel setup. I love the versatility. It is truly a road bike. The Giant Revolt, once you have these road wheels on it, it is a road bike. To me, again, I'm not a super racer. I'm not trying out to go out and hit KOMs on Strava. I'm just trying to do personal records. I've set quite a few of those. And then I have the second set of wheels, which they're aluminum, of course. I don't know if I mentioned them before. I meant to. These are aluminum set of wheels, so this way, if I'm out doing some light mountain bike courses or something like that, and I shatter the rim, it's not nearly as expensive as if I trash one of these. So this is kind of my more get out, dirty kind of wheel set. The Gravel Kings are great, give me lots of great traction on dirt and even a little bit of mud. Of course, I'm not going to get out in crazy mud. But overall, I love it. I love the versatility it gives me. It handles like a road bike. It corners wonderfully. It feels amazing. It just feels like a road bike, which I love. And have the versatility of going back with these, and it feels like a gravel bike. There's a little different feel, obviously, when you have something larger like this versus a smaller tire like that. And I love that back and forth. This will be my main tire, I'm sure, because most of my time is road. But then when I go out and do some gravel or some light mountain bike, here I go. We have some areas around here that I can get to fairly quickly in Louisville, where it's actually got a nice mix of road and mountain bike and a little bit of gravel. So I might just take these along with me when I go out there and just do a little road bike, and then I can just come back and do a little mountain bike if I want. So works great for me. Also, I've still got I'm going to do a little bit more time on the Garmin Rally power pedals. They're working great so far. Initial setup was great. Calibration's actually working out really well, better than I expected. They're doing great, so I'm going to try to talk about them a little bit more. But I wanted to kind of talk about two wheels now, since I've got about 200 miles on those. And everything's working great. Everything syncs up wonderfully. Well, the shifts wonderfully. The brakes front and back align great. It is wonderful. I'm really enjoying it so far. I highly recommend it. If you have any questions, as always, ask in the comments. If you wouldn't mind, subscribe and like it. I'd appreciate that greatly. If I can help you out, let me know. Have a great day and have a good ride.